Hey y'all, Happy New Year. I hope everybody had a wonderful set of holidays. I have obviously not posted on this channel in a good while. I am still journaling. I've kept up with it. I've really enjoyed it. I posted, I believe it was my September plan with me, and then quickly realized that I don't think plan with me's work for me. And I think that's the most important thing with journaling, especially with this form of journaling, is doing what serves you. So if recording plan with me is not going to work for me as far as my productivity and as far as continuing my love of journaling, I'm not going to do them. So I do still plan on making journaling content for this channel, especially with the new year. I have some plans, I have some goals, but I don't think consistent monthly plan with me's are going to work for me. So be on the lookout for some content, but probably not plan with me's. What I may do is I may go through and plan the whole month and draw it all out, doodle it all out and everything, and then just do a short video covering what I've done. Let me know if you still want to see that, like even if it's not the active process of me doing the layouts, if just seeing what I've done is interesting to you. Let me know. But today we're actually doing the flip through of last year's journal, which it's a little late, I realize. Most people have already got theirs out, but in true me fashion, I'm a little bit late. I do actually have my new 2021 journal set up completely, so I do plan on doing a video just talking about that, my 2022 setup, as well as my January setup that I've done. I'm really proud of both of them. I'm really excited to be in those journals, so be on the look for that as well. Anyway, today we're getting into my flip through for my journal for 2021, which was from July through the end of December. So we're just gonna open her up and I'll get started. So our first spread is the grid spacing guide as well as a year at a glance. Let me just tell you, I did not look back at my year at a glance at all. I did not find this useful at all. I have a future log in my new journal and that has already served me better than a year at a glance has. The year at a glances are cute, but I don't think that they're necessary for me, at least in my own journal, to be using them. I don't use it. I haven't used it. I don't even think I've used it at all, even once. But the grid spacing guide has come in handy. I have used it quite a bit, and I migrated it over to my new journal. I am still using a grid spacing guide. Quite helpful. This starts the journal. If I have anything blurred out, it's just that it's personal information, so I want to have it protected. But this is when I actually started, right? So that's pretty obvious. But I started with a calendar and then just jumped straight into a weekly because I hadn't journaled, and I kind of did my research and then just jumped right in. Here we have my reading log, which I have not filled up very much, obviously. I did read a few of these. I colored in the ones that I did read that were on my planned, and but did not get through all of them. I have a new system that I think is going to work much better for this next year. Then I have an important memories over here with my cat, and then I made this. I thought this was cute. This is a little folder with a picture that a gift a friend of mine got me, and a picture of it. So I made a little tab so that I could pull it out, and the note sitting there as well to paste it in. This was something that was pretty helpful for me at the beginning of my journal. I haven't found myself going back to it, if I'm being honest. I haven't been using it lately, so I think I'll probably figure something else out similar to this that works for me either monthly or weekly or whatever. But it's a pyramid of important things for me to try and take care of during a day. If it's a low energy day and I haven't managed to get anything done, that's okay, but I want to have tried to eat something. I want to make sure that I brush my teeth, wash my face, that kind of thing. The least important thing is that I make the bed. But if I was able to make the bed and I was able to do some dishes, I had a good day. You know, like, I still got something done, so that's important to me. This was just like a collage page where I put a bunch of washi. I've got a little doodle practice page, which, if I'm being honest, was more for me to do content than it was for anything. It is cute, but I wouldn't do this again, at least not in this way. I just kind of like found a bunch of doodles and did them. I would probably do this if I had a specific theme and I was wanting to practice doodling for that theme. I would probably do that, but not in this way again. I have a little hand lettering practice. This actually did help me. I wrote hand lettering practice as more handwriting practice to improve my handwriting and make it more clear, and this actually did help me quite a bit. I have a packing list for a trip that we went on, a fun collage of a silly thing for my British friends. We have a weekly here. I tried journaling for a little while, like actually like writing down what I was doing, and then had a little Dutch door with my actual weekly plans. This was fun, but I don't find that it worked too well. By the way, if my camera is shaking, I do apologize. It is the finagled way that I have this set up. I will actually I'll insert a picture of how I have this set up right now. I have a hair clip holding my webcam into my little like phone device because I wanted to be able to record voice at the same time as I recorded my camera, and that's not possible with my phone. Anyway, that was that. Here we have a spread from a trip that my husband and I went on. This is like the thing that held my card holder, or the card holder for the hotel, and I've got a picture of a bridge that we drove under. This is the first month that I had a theme. The second month of journaling, and I really wanted to have a theme, and it's more just like teal and flowers. This quote is from my friend Kai, and it was really important to me to have it in the beginning of August because we were taking a trip and we were relaxing and it was a vacation, and that was really important to me, was to not feel guilty for taking time off. Something that did not work for me is this form of tracker. I did not fill it out all the way. I did not finish doing this. I didn't like this. I like habit trackers. I did not like this form of habit tracker. I'm gonna flip quickly through these, probably blur them out, but I did like really intense journaling on our vacation, and I really liked doing that. That was a lot of fun. We went to a convention, and so these are like pictures from the convention as well as like merchandise and cards from there. A letter from my friend Paige that I have pasted in. Here's a spread that I didn't really use because I stopped making content for this channel, which I plan to get back into. But I did fill it out a little bit, so it's not completely empty. This spread was really fun to make as well as to use. I actually ended up having way too much space for the amount of streams that I ended up doing from that time. I think I ended up figuring up like how many days I had planned on streaming and then like multiplied it or whatever. I don't know. But it was really fun to set up. It was really cute. I probably won't continue it in my new journal. I didn't leave space for it in my new journal, but it was fun to do and kind of like keep track of what I was playing and what I was streaming and for how long. This daily setup did not work for me at all. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like this. I don't think I did this correctly to begin with. And then, as you'll see, I stopped like outlining the edges. I stopped journaling. I think it was too much journaling for me, those spreads. If you hear my chair creaking, I apologize. This is a spread that I threw in because I had kind of a not last minute fundraiser, but I decided to do a fundraiser on my Twitch channel, and wanted to make sure that I planned it out properly because I was going to be having friends on. So I just penciled in like what day I was streaming what, who was going to be on, so on and so forth. That was really fun and also super helpful. This is another weekly, a little faux Dutch door. I liked that. Then I started doing weeklies like this, and these worked for me for a long time. I'm planning on doing different types of weeklies in my new journal, but this broken up into like 7 sections with a notes section worked really well. I continued it a lot. For like, I think most of the rest of the year I continued it. This is a fun spread. It's basically just like notes on the first series of Star Trek to watch. So like the original Star Trek. I don't want to watch the whole thing because it's like really old and campy. But my dad gave my husband and I the specific episodes that are important and will be called back to watch. And this is just a quote from The Next Generation that really stuck out to me and meant a lot to me. Here we have the 1 month that I did a plan with me with that I still quite like a lot. I'm still so sad that this paper is so thin in this journal. Here's these weeklies again. Like I said, I've stuck with this type of weekly for the most part. This is notes on a comic that I read for our podcast. I took notes down on every issue that I read so that I would remember and then put my thoughts down. And this is a quote from that comic. My September memories spread with some pictures of my husband and I from a stream that I did. I think this was my birthday stream. I dressed up as a grandma. This is pictures of two of my favorite characters, as well as a quote from Marvel that means a lot to me. This is my birthday, a gift from my friend Rim. And I just put that in there, and that's how I journaled that. I did edit, I will say. I was doing the blocked weeklies, and that format worked, but I wanted to make it a little more fun, so I went from this to this with the little rounded corners, and that was like fun because it was cuter. October I really liked. I actually planned the I filmed the planned with me for this and then did not end up posting it because I was like, that's just not what I want to do. So you guys are seeing it now. My glue stick did not hold this down very well, which was kind of weird, but it's a quote: "I would rather sit on a pumpkin and have it all to myself than be crowded on a velvet cushion," by Henry David Thoreau. And it's October, so I did a little subtle pumpkin theme. Here's my habits, which I did keep up with pretty well. And the thing is not all of these are things that I want to do every single day. Like, I'm not trying to spend every day off of the internet. But I do want to track the days that I do spend off of the internet, which is nice. I have a gratitude page. Go through most of the weeklies again. We're just going to skip through these. These are boring. We have my November theme, which was loosely based on A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas, the book that I was reading at the time, and a book that means a whole lot to me personally. I switched to this kind of calendar, and this calendar worked really well for me through November, and I believe I used it in December as well. And I really like this format a lot more. It makes it a lot more visually easy for me to tell what's going on and what days have something going on, whereas a block calendar does not work as well for me. Here I have a tracker for ordering out. We spent way too much and I stopped counting it because I was like, you know what? I think we just need to cut back anyway. I have my 1 line a day journaling, which is it's a great solution for my journaling. I really want to journal and have those memories, even just like, you know, a small daily memory, but having a large chunk of space is too much pressure. So 1 line a day works perfectly for me. We have my habits again. I have some journaling on Our Ballot Ends by Chloe Gong, which I actually stopped reading and need to get back into finishing, but I made a whole spread. I'll probably actually come in and fill this out once I do read that in this journal, since I've started it here. And next we have the final month of December, which was a very loose theme. Like, I basically was just like black and white monochromatic. If I'm being honest, I was done with 2021. I was done with this journal. I was ready to move on. So I did a really, really simple theme, and I actually stopped journaling towards the end of this month. I just kind of skipped on to my new journal and stopped using this one completely, which I don't want to do next year, but I was so tired of this journal by the end of it. So I've got this quote: "We lose the precious sense that an end is only a beginning in disguise," by Craig D. Lounsborough. And I have the calendar page. I actually glued these 2 pages together because this was coming through and I was just so fed up with the bleeding through the pages. I did use this calendar again. I really, really like this calendar. I stopped my 1 line a day. I said I stopped journaling. I did keep up with it, but I just stopped journaling completely towards the end of the month. I've got my habits. I did not like this habit tracker format. I'm going to go back to doing the mini calendars. But once is better than none at all was a reminder to myself that, you know, if I don't walk one day, it's okay. Like, that's fine. I don't have to do it every single day. Doing it one time is better than not doing it at all. I did not keep up with my finance log. And then this is the first time I actually ever tried to do tabs. I really think it's a cute way to do it. Your weeklies, but this paper is just too thin, so I won't keep up with it. I have a bit of journaling on Christmas here, but I'm going to blur this out because it is just like a mind dump. It's like a brain dump of everything with Christmas this year, and like memories and my thoughts and everything. And then here we move on to notes for my next journal. So that's pretty much it. There's a little bit of blank paper in the back, but this paper is so thin I don't regret skipping on to a new journal. I will be using this paper in pen paling. I've got a piece of a box, a Christmas present from one of my best friends, Tyler. They sent me a print, and I thought this hand lettering was so pretty. It was from an Etsy shop, and this hand lettering was so pretty. I just wanted to keep it. So, and then we have my pen tests, and that's about it. We've got a letter from my husband and an ad that I thought was funny from Popeyes that I've kept. And then I actually have this little card that has I have a corner rounder, and I wanted to be able to like double check what each corner looked like. So like the 7mm punch looks like that. That's about it. That's really it. That's not about it. That is it. So that is my journal for 2021. I started in July, have kept doing it, really enjoy it, and will keep doing the hobby and continuing to grow with it and everything. But that's proof that you can start journaling if you want to start journaling. This system is really great because it's completely customizable to you and your needs, and you can do what serves you, which is really important to me. And I use mine as a combination of kind of a place to do art, place to keep memories, planner, all of the above. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this video up here and be on the lookout for some more journaling content. Like I said, probably not a lot of plan with me's, but overviews of what I've done, any ideas that I have, anything like that will be on this channel. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!